Okay, everyone, it's Wednesday, April 8th. It's hard to keep track of days sometimes. I know you're all doing the best that you can. Just let me know. Keep the open lines of communication. Let me know how things are going. You're all doing the best that you can, I know. This is the last day of work that you're going to have this week. Remember, tomorrow, Thursday, is an advisory day. Be sure you're contacting your fourth hour teacher on those days. You're going to be getting emails, phone calls from that fourth hour teacher. We're just needing to make sure that we touch base with every single one of you. If you're in my fourth hour, be sure that you attend one of the webinars and or let me know. Okay. Now, we need to remember a couple of things about today's assignment. You're going to have 8 problems today. We still remember all the way around a circle is 360 degrees. If you have a diameter, that splits the circle in half. So then this arc length is 180 degrees. Either way. If you have a central angle where the vertex is the center of the circle, then that arc is exactly the same as the central angle. If you have an inscribed angle where the vertex is on the circle, then the arc is twice the amount of that inscribed angle. Or vice versa, the inscribed angle is half the amount of the arc. So we're going to use that information today in sort of an algebra type of problem. So number one, of course, the directions here are solve for x. Assume that lines which appear to be diameters are actual diameters. So what that means is right here, this is an actual diameter. It doesn't really help you with that problem, but that's what we're looking at. Now, there's a couple of ways to do this. If this arc is 105 degrees, that means that this central angle is also 105. And what do we know about all of these angles? What do they add up to be? Well, if I take negative 12x plus 20 plus 105 plus 103, I get 360 degrees because that's the whole way around. So I'm going to add these all up. Negative 12x, I can't add that to anything else, but I am going to add up 20 plus 105 plus 103. So that gives me 228. Now it becomes a basic two-step equation. I'm going to subtract 228 from both sides. So I get negative 12x equals, and then subtracting that here, okay, I get 132. Then dividing by negative 12, 132 divided by negative 12 is negative 11. So therefore my answer is going to be B. Now, this is a multiple choice Schoology assignment. You have multiple chances to do this. If you miss one, you can go back and try it again. But this is the way this is going to be. Now, in number 2, it's a little bit different. Remember, this central angle is the same as the arc, so it's a little bit easier. 9 plus 21x is the same as that arc, 135. And then you're going to solve it. So on these 4 problems, they're central angle problems. How are you going to set it up? And then just solve it as a two-step equation. Now, 5, 6, 7, and 8, I have a little bit of a different situation. I have inscribed angles. Now, I have this arc is 98. This arc is 130. So what do I know about the entire distance around? I know the whole distance around is 360. So I'm going to subtract 130 and subtract 98. Okay. So if I do that, I should, let's see, that is 360 minus 228. So that gives me 132. So this angle right here, whoops, is 132 degrees. Now, I can set this algebra problem up. 11x equals. Now, remember, the inscribed angles do not equal the same as the arc. Okay? This is half of the arc. So if I take 132 and divide by 2, I get 66. So if this is 132, this is 66 degrees in here. So 11x is the same as 66. So when I divide 11 by both sides, 66 divided by 11 equals 6. So my answer is A. Same thing here. When I set this problem up, this inscribed angle is 32 degrees. That means this arc is twice that amount. So this arc is 64 degrees. So 5x plus 4 equals 64. That's how I'm going to solve these problems, just depending on what you're going to use. Okay? So you have 8 problems today. I worked out 2 of them with you and set up another 2. So, you just have a few more problems to do. Again, we're keeping our assignments around 5 to 10 problems, if that. Okay, so you have 2 assignments. Be sure and watch the videos as we go through, and then let me know what's going on. If you have any questions, or if you need help with any of this, I have a Zoom meeting set up for Wednesday afternoon. You should have got an email invite. I'll send it back out again this morning to make sure that you remember. If you need any help with this, join that Zoom meeting and be sure and ask. Besides that, have a great Easter weekend. We'll start back next Tuesday. And we'll have assignments Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week, and then advisory on Friday. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Stay quarantined. And let me know if you need anything. See you later.